Traveler, Paimon. It's been a while. As it happens, there is a letter here for you. One moment. Here.
A letter? From who? Dear Diary, I'm Kale. I work as a trainee forest ranger under my master, Tainari. I'm also studying at the academia. I've been getting better and better at reading lately. Mr. Al-Haytham says that the written word is a crucial medium for exploring the world and understanding oneself. That's why I decided to start this diary. That said, what should I write about? Things are pretty quiet in Sumeru these days. Life is good. Every day is a fulfilling and happy one. When I think back to the days when I suffered from Elazar, or way back to when I was injected with God remains, I'm in a much better place now. I hope it stays that way forever. I'll leave it there for now. Master said he'll take me shopping in Sumeru City today, which is great because I've been meaning to visit the toy seller at the Grand Bazaar for a while now.
Kale, time to go.
Yes, Master! Huh?
What's wrong, Kale? Is there something on my face?
No, sorry. I didn't mean to stare. Did Master Tainari send you to pick me up?
Master Tainari? What are you talking about? Tainari is the General Mahamatra. He's probably busy arresting criminals in Sumeru City. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, I can introduce you, but...
Wait, Master Tainari is the General Mahamatra? But what about Mr. Sino?
Sorry? Oh, you mean that guy who just joined the Vahumana Darshan? Rumor has it he's the leader of the Temple of Silence. If that's true, it's pretty impressive. Sounds like you've been getting to know more and more people since you joined the academia. That's great, but don't let your forest ranger duties fall by the wayside, okay?
What's going on? Sethos is acting like he's my master, and Master Tainari has taken over Mr. Sino's job. Is this some kind of prank? If so, it's a weird choice of prank. But anyway, Sethos doesn't look like he's joking. What is this all about?
Hey, you're zoning out again. I'm gonna buy some tools for the rangers. Why don't you stretch your legs a bit? It's been a while since you last visited the city, right?
Wait! He's right. It has been a while since I last visited Sumeru City. Was it always like this? I mean, it feels familiar, yet somehow... something seems different. Is this really Sumeru City?
Did you see who just walked by? I think she's that famous merc. Yeah, it's gotta be her. That red hair gives her away. The Flame Mane. They say she can take down a dozen tough guys with just one hand.
Would you like some fruit? Would you like some fruit?
How will I ever save enough money to buy that custom-made axe with floral carvings from the blacksmith? To use as a weapon, of course. As Hussein's secretary, I must ensure his safety. Don't underestimate me.
When I grow up, I'm gonna join...
I heard that the sage disappears without a trace as soon as he... I heard that the sage disappears without a trace as soon as he gets off work. It's a little mysterious if you ask me.
Lord Kave Bay, did you get a chance to review this month's accounts? Any feedback?
You mean the version you sent over a few days ago? Yeah, I took a look when I received it. I was thinking that maybe our profit margin is a little excessive. I visited some of our commercial partners last month. Their earnings are very slim.
Are you suggesting that we give up some of our profits for them?
Well, since we have more than we need, yes. Making money for its own sake is pointless. Don't worry, I've already planned for it, and the numbers look fine. We can adjust the rates starting from next month. Also, about that designer you hired, I've had to revise his proposal 3 times now, but he just doesn't seem to... Let's cut our losses. Pay him his fee and send him on his way. I'd like you to get Layla on this instead. She was Cyrus's student, and she designed the Palace of Alcazarzare. Seems like a much safer choice. Who's sneaking around over there?
Mr. Kave?
Do you recognize this person, sir?
Yes, it's all right. We've met. This is Kale, Sethos' trainee. He brought her along the last time I went for drinks with him. What brings you to the city, Kale? Is your master here too?
No, this is all wrong! Why is Mr. Kave saying that too? Tainari is my master, not Sethos. This can't be real. I have to ask someone else. There's gotta be someone else out there who still remembers the truth.
Hey, wait! Don't run off! How strange. What's gotten into her today?
It's like everyone switched places. I guess I'll keep looking around.
The Grand Sage always used to disappear the moment he got off work, but recently, for whatever reason, he's been seen sifting through records in the House of Dana late into the night. We asked him if there was anything unusual going on, but he answered us with a question of his own. Don't you find it strange that someone with my personality would willingly accept the position of sage?
Hey, bud, can I ask you a favor? Is that alright if I borrow your thesis? Don't worry, I'm not gonna copy your work. I just need it as a reference.
I guess that's okay. But if our theses end up sounding too similar, it's gonna be easy for them to spot.
Yeah, trust me, plagiarism's the last thing on my mind. The only reason I ask is it's been really hard to get my hands on any reference material lately.
Why don't you go ask the Grand Conservator? Candace should be able to find you what you need. She's super friendly. I'm sure she'll be happy to help.
Really? I always assumed she'd be tough to negotiate with. Fair enough. I'll try my luck at the House of Dana later then.
Would you like a cup of coffee? The store's been pretty busy lately. Lots of customers have been feeding Ashru, who watches over the shop, and now Ashru's put on quite a lot of weight. Maybe I should put up a sign saying, "Please don't feed the cat." Would you like a cup of coffee?
Students are under so much pressure these days. Sometimes I just want to write their papers for them. Peculiar papers come to me for review every day. I really wish they were able to relax once in a while and not be constantly plagued by academic conundrums. It doesn't do a person any good to spend too long down the rabbit hole.
Lots of visitors today, I see. Welcome all. It's been a while.
Hey, Rahman. You know that guy who sells face powder on Treasure Street? I haven't seen him around in a while. Any idea what happened to him?
Oh, you mean a Hongar? Yeah, he got into a brawl with Shavirme on Treasure Street. He's been banned from setting up shop there for now.
Seriously? Oh, well, that's a shame. I was planning to pick out some makeup for you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
The legendary Flame Mane discussing makeup with the Zubair Theater star dancer. Now there's something you don't see every day.
Flame Mane? You know, I'm not actually sure when people started calling me that. Maybe the other Eremites thought I needed a fiercer title to scare people off. To be completely honest, I think the title would fit you better than me, Dia.
You think? Can't say I've never imagined myself as a merc. If I ever give up the dancing, maybe I'll head to the desert and give the Eremite life a try.
You would?
Is that so strange?
Oh, not at all. In fact, I've actually had similar thoughts before. If I ever get tired of sleeping out in the wild, I think I might go look for a job at the Zubair Theater. I've adored the dance of Sub-Zeros ever since the first time I saw you perform it. If the chance ever came up, I'd love to try it out on stage for myself.
Really? If our manager Sataria heard you say that, she'd hold you to it. Probably grab you by the sleeve and never let you go again. Hey, when that day comes, I'll do your makeup myself. How's that sound?
Sure. If the day comes, I'd be honored.
Everyone I know, everything I've ever known. Suddenly it's all a jumbled mess. The question is, who's right? Them?
Hi, Mr. Sino. What are you thinking about?
There's a chapter in King of Invocations where the spirit of someone who died long ago possesses a living man's body. To the outside world, it looks like he's developed a whole new personality. I was just thinking how terrifying that would be for his friends. Imagine waking up one day to find that a friend of yours has suddenly become a different person.
Huh? So what got you thinking about that?
I don't know, but something feels off. Everything looks fine on the surface, but can human perception really be trusted?
All right, not a single Mora short. That covers you for this month's rent.
What a relief. I was worried the design fees I received this month wouldn't be enough.
Well, next time, don't fret. Just let me know and I'll give you a few days' grace. We've known each other long enough for that. Anyway, how are you settling in? I couldn't help but notice that you're staying up late quite often.
Yeah, I can't explain it. I just feel more inspired at night. Once I get in the zone, I can race through a whole bunch of drafts, no problem. But what about you? I keep hearing you sighing these days. Is everything okay?
Well, it's just... Don't you think this house is a little small? I guess I should be used to it after living here for so many years. But for some reason, I've been feeling claustrophobic recently. I want to move somewhere bigger. Once I've made enough Mora, I'm gonna buy a huge new house. As big as... at least as big as the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
That sounds really expensive.
True. I'll never be able to afford it on a scribe's salary alone. I need to find another way.
Mahamatra Tainari! We've apprehended the suspect!
They say that the fool is prone to blind faith, but the wise man is not immune to it either. Siraj, do you have anything to say in your defense?
Tainari, you were the one who turned the sages against me. Just a few words of caution from you was all it took to destroy my research. And now you're trying to stop me again? You should know that mechanical life is the future! We must cast aside our useless flesh and...
That's enough. I'm not in the mood to listen to your lunacy. Anyone could tell you how amateur your work is. Karina, Ilias, put him somewhere safely out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Next on the agenda is...
Master?
What is it? Wait, did Professor Zahahati send you? She's been encouraging me to take on an apprentice. Might be getting a bit ahead of herself there, though.
No, Master! It's me, Kale! Listen to me. Something really weird is going on in Sumeru City. It's like everyone's identities have switched around. You're not the General Mahamatra. You're a Forest Watcher. Just yesterday, we agreed to come to Sumeru City today to go shopping together and...
All right, there's no rush. Let's back up a little. Your name is Kale, correct? Although this is our first meeting, you do seem strangely familiar somehow. Is there anything I can help you with?
No.
What is it?
Huh?
Did you have another nightmare? I've told you before, when you're tired, lay down on your back in bed and get some proper sleep. It's much better for you than napping on your front. Poor posture obstructs your breathing, which can lead to all sorts of weird dreams. Now, we're supposed to go shopping in Sumeru City today, remember? Cheer up. I'll take you to Hushang's. I heard he's got some new toys in stock. Go wash your face, take some deep breaths, and when you're ready, we'll head out.
Okay. Thanks, Master Tainari. So it was just a dream.
And yet, dreams can sometimes be a warning of things that will soon come to pass.
Who said that?
That dream felt unusually real, didn't it? Here's my suggestion. Since you're heading into Sumeru City anyway, you may as well tell Lesser Lord Kusanali about everything that happened. And just to be on the safe side, I think you should also inform your 2 traveler friends who once helped save Sumeru. I'd write them a letter if I were you. Time is short. A storm is coming from beyond the bounds of fate.
What a strange situation. No wonder Kali was in such a rush to write us a letter. Imagine waking up one day to find that everything around you has changed. You might not even recognize Paimon anymore. Oh, that's a scary thought. Let's get to Sumeru and find out what the heck is going on.
I can't believe I have to move so far away on such short notice.
I made an automatic watering device so that my flowers won't wither and die while I'm away from home.
Hey, do you think renovation works is the real reason they're moving us to Caravan Rebot?
There's a rumor going around that Sumeru City's buildings aren't earthquake-resistant enough. Maybe that's it? All we know for sure is that the order came down from the Dendro Archon herself.
Thank you, Sage Baladuri. You really didn't have to stay with us to the end.
Don't mention it. I'm your teacher. It's my job to look after my students.
Is Panya doing okay?
I think so. She just left the city with her mother. This will be her first trip away from home. She's handling it much better than I imagined. As her father, it's quite a relief. I just hope they have a smooth trip. Pack up your things. It's time we got going too.
As if work and family aren't enough to deal with already. Now they're telling us to move to Caravan Rebot because of renovations? Huh. I bet it's just some vanity project. I don't trust the Dendro Archon, nor any of the sages. Especially not that new Grand Sage, what's his name, Nephis? If you ask me, he's the worst of the bunch.
Are you a robot?
Shh! Look! He's pretending to be human! He definitely doesn't want anyone to find out he's a robot.
I am a robot. I was designed to infiltrate the human world undetected. My mission is to find an opportunity to destroy humanity.
I knew it! It's just like in the picture books.
What do we do? We're the only ones who know his secret, right? Surely he won't silence us for good.
You have discovered my secret. Now I must take you as my prisoners. I will tickle your feet until you join the robot army.
Don't be afraid. I'll protect you. Take this, robot!
Stop! Stop! I was just kidding. I'm human. I'm human!
Hey, now's not a good time to visit Sumeru City. We're actually getting ready to move out ourselves.
Traveler! Paimon! Thank goodness! I'm so glad you made it!
Of course! We won't let anything happen to you, Kale. So, what's going on in Sumeru City? Looks like lots of people are moving or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. After I wrote my letter, Master and I went to Sumeru City and told the Dendro Archon everything that I experienced, from start to finish. She was silent at first. It seemed like she was deep in thought. Then the next day, we got told that she was ordering everyone to leave Sumeru City immediately and move to Caravan Rebot.
The entire population of the city has to move?
Not just Sumeru City. The evacuation also includes Lokapala Jungle, Avidia Forest, Ashavan Realm, and Ardravi Valley. Basically, everyone living in the rainforest must temporarily relocate to Caravan Rebot.
Holy smokes! That's crazy!
Yes, it's quite an operation. Even if people only bring the bare essentials, the scale is simply enormous. They've requisitioned almost all the Sumpter Beasts in Sumeru for the task, including the entirety of Dori's Sumpter Beast Park. The Dendro Archon said that what Kale experienced was not a dream, but a warning. After our meeting, she immediately summoned the 6 sages to analyze the situation and discuss countermeasures. They concluded that the events seen in the dream are very likely to become a reality, and that an unknown danger is rapidly approaching. Oh, please keep that to yourself. We don't want to cause widespread panic. The official reason they've given is a large-scale renovation of the rainforest ecosystem. People are skeptical, but there haven't been any major incidents. So far, at least.
The Dendro Archon seemed really worried when we spoke to her. She said you can go visit her in the Sanctuary of Surasthana when you arrive. She also said she'd hold out until the very end.
Tighnari? Kale? You got a minute? I need a hand here.
One moment, I'll be right there. As a forest watcher, I've been tasked with assisting with the relocation work. There's a lot to be done, and they need all the help they can get. This will be the final group of evacuees from Sumeru City. While they're away from home, they'll be heavily reliant on outside help. Thank you for coming in our time of need. As you can see, another crisis is upon us.
Excuse me, sorry to trouble you, but could you help an old man find his medicine? It's buried somewhere in my luggage.
Where's my mom? Where did she go?
Don't worry. It'll be okay.
Those items are worth a small fortune. Make sure you store them somewhere safe. You understand?
I bet you thought you'd get away with this in the chaos, huh? Guess again. No petty thief gets past me.
We should go help the evacuees. See you around.
I'm so glad that you believed me and came all this way to help. It means a lot. Please stay safe.
Don't worry. We may not know exactly what's going on yet, but as long as we stick together, we'll find a way through this. Goodbye! Look after yourselves!
Will do. See ya!
Paimon's not sure how she found the words to comfort Kale because, honestly, she's kind of nervous herself. Let's head to the Sanctuary of Surasana and see Nahida.
Who goes there? No unauthorized access to this place. By order of Mahamatra Sino.
Are you blind? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Surely you've seen them before.
Huh? Oh, so it is. I'm sorry, I haven't been sleeping well lately. My nerves are a little frayed. The Dendro Archon is in a very vulnerable state at the moment. Mahamatra Sino is concerned that our enemies might choose this moment to strike, so he's ordered us to strengthen our defenses.
Just seeing you two again already puts our minds at ease. Please, enter. I'm sure everyone's expecting you.
Traveler, Paimon, you made it.
Aha! Perfect timing. Reliable helpers like you are just what we need right now.
Oh, it's good to see everyone again. Kale gave us a rough idea of what's going on, but we still have a lot of questions. What kind of danger is Sumeru City in exactly? And how come everyone has to move to Caravan Rebot?
At this stage, we can't be certain. We're investigating, but no definitive answers yet.
I take it that Kale told you about her strange dream?
Yeah. Apparently, everyone in Sumeru City was acting super weird. Even you guys. It was like you'd all switched places.
That's right. Kale and Tainari reported the situation to the Dendro Archon. She believes that it wasn't merely a dream, and that whatever it was has something to do with Irminsul.
It's a reasonable inference. Only through Irminsul can people's memory and cognition be so significantly modified in such a short time.
We don't know why Kale would dream of these things, nor who was trying to warn her. The Dendro Archon decided to connect to Irminsul to investigate more thoroughly.
Irminsul is connected directly to the ley lines. The tree serves as a central hub where the ley lines converge, and its core function is to record and store the world's knowledge and memories. But something has gone awry, severely compromising the performance of this core function. Information is bottlenecking inside Irminsul, hampering the ley line's flow. If this continues, new information will languish unrecorded, with existing records thrown into disarray.
In short, the souls of the dead will be stranded, while the living have their sense of reality warped. In the long run, Kale's dream could well become a reality. And that's just the beginning. There's no telling what other nightmares could end up coming true.
I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of the ley lines to my people.
Faced with a growing backlog of information, the Dendro Archon decided to connect herself directly to Irminsul and take over the recording and processing function herself.
But it is an almost impossible task. Individual brains aren't equipped to deal with the sheer volume of knowledge and memories involved. All that information flooding in at once would instantly fry any human mind. And for God, even for a god, the suffering must be unimaginable.
The Dendro Archon's power originates from Irminsul. Any issue with the tree itself takes a toll on her to begin with. On top of that, she's subjecting herself to the grueling task of processing all that data. It must be torture for her. And despite all of this, she is somehow finding the strength to investigate the Irminsul situation from within and send us her findings.
I finished analyzing the latest data. Looks like our working theory was wrong. There's no signs of Irminsul having been attacked from the outside.
So it's internal then? Some sort of disease, perhaps? No. I've spent half my life studying the ley lines. If Irminsul malfunctioned this easily, the world would have met its end long ago.
Sino? What is it?
Not long ago, I got a tip from the Core of 30 that a large number of unidentified merchant caravans had recently been spotted entering Sumeru through Beta Harbor. At first, I suspected that they might have something to do with all this, so I sent some people to investigate. But if Irminsul wasn't attacked from the outside...
Don't you think there are more important things to worry about right now than guessing who's behind all this? It's been over 12 hours with no new intel. If even the Keeper of Irminsul is this badly affected, you can imagine how bad things are in there.
Dendro Archon.
What's wrong?
Her breathing is weak, and her elemental energy levels are dangerously low.
Looks like it's time to move to the backup plan.
What's the backup plan?
Get out of the city and take the Dendro Archon with us. The entrance to Irminsul is directly beneath the sanctuary of Surasthana. That means this is ground zero if anything goes wrong.
The Dendro Archon has a very strong connection to Irminsul. But theoretically, this connection should grow weaker with distance. Under normal circumstances, she can unleash her full power here. But with Irminsul out of control, our first priority is to get her away from here.
The situation is critical. There's no time to deliberate. Everyone in agreement?
I'll deal with it. I'll also let the Matra and the Core of 30 know to start evacuating.
Let's go. No sense grieving when there's nothing more we can do.
Agreed. We'll be back as soon as this is over.
The last group of civilians has been safely evacuated. Dendro Archon's carriage will travel with them. Sino and Hat Guy will protect the convoy. With the Dendro Archon in a coma, we've lost our means of investigating the situation. And with Irminsul still deteriorating, we have no choice but to evacuate Sumeru City. Feels as though we're being pushed along by an invisible hand.
Stop moaning, Cyrus. We're the teachers here. We should be showing a little more confidence, don't you think?
A wise judgment.
Let's move out to Caravan Rebot.
Sir, all units are in position.
Good. Everything is going to plan. Interfering with Sumeru City is a necessary step, so do not hesitate. The Irminsul situation will not harm you. We need to speed things up here, too. We don't want to keep our client waiting, do we?
No, sir. You have my word. Everything will be completed on schedule.
They say that fervent ambition attracts the favor of the gods, and with it, a vision. But we appear to be the exception. So, is our ambition not strong enough? Or does it threaten the very foundations of this world?
How is the Dendro Archon?
Her breathing is steady. I prepared some therapeutic incense for her, but it hasn't had much effect. Her vitals are still very weak. Based on the information you've provided, I have a working hypothesis. Her condition is partly due to Irminsul's influence, and partly due to a physiological imbalance caused by the rapid depletion of her power. Elemental energy usually flows through the body at a relatively constant rate. The body grows accustomed to this rhythm, so when it's thrown out of balance, physical symptoms will appear.
Is this similar to the ley lines? Overloading and withering both directly affect their vitality, potentially causing irreversible damage.
Correct. From a biological perspective, if you overexert yourself, you pay the price with your life. The Dendro Archon is not only drained of power, but her life force is at a critically low level.
Is there any way to restore her health? I know the ley lines have strong self-healing abilities. As long as any blockages or pollutions are dealt with, they can quickly regain their vitality. But what about people? Well, gods. What's their capacity for self-healing?
Before we think about that, there's a bigger predicament to resolve. Restoring the Dendro Archon's power requires us to heal Irminsul first. But that will be extremely difficult without the Dendro Archon's power.
Paimon's already getting lost here. Master Tighnari and Sino look so serious. I've not heard Master speak in this tone for a long time.
Tighnari.
Master Nephis, sages.
Tighnari, haven't seen you in ages. Have you gotten taller? Or did your ears get longer?
Hopefully the former, Uncle Baladuri.
Sino, where's Professor Cyrus? I thought he'd be with you.
He went out into the wild to investigate the situation. He said that the Irminsul anomaly will likely start to affect the real world soon.
He shouldn't be trotting around alone at his age. Which way did he go? I'll look for him later.
Would someone mind introducing us?
Ah, yes, of course. Allow me to do the honors. I'm sure we're all familiar with the Traveler and Paimon. They're the heroes who helped foil Azar's conspiracy and save Sumeru. These gentlemen and I are the 6 current sages of the Academia. Balduri and I are part of the Old Guard, while the other 4 took office after Azar and his clique fell from power. We have Sage Alkindi of the Spantamad Darshan, Sage Farnas of Kasharawar, Rataoist Sage Shakir, and finally Harabatot Sage Rusht.
Nice to meet you all!
I've heard much about you. Delighted to finally meet you in person.
You're younger than I imagined for someone with the power to stand up to fate itself. Thank you for lending your aid to Sumeru once more.
Once we're on the other side of this, could we get a photo together? My daughter has a friend named Isak. He's always talking about you two.
Of course! No true hero would deny a child their wish.
Back to business. So with the Dendro Archon currently in a coma, the people have taken temporary refuge at Caravan Rebat. But they cannot stay here forever. We need to come up with a plan as soon as possible. Farnas, any thoughts?
Well, firstly, having reviewed the data, I'm inclined to agree with your assessment. This doesn't look like an attack on Irminsul from the outside. Rather, it resembles a malfunctioning machine. Calculations going haywire and sparks flying. That being said, before we consider how to fix it, we need to understand precisely what has gone wrong. Furthermore, we somehow need to ascertain this without relying on the Dendro Archon's power.
We have no direct access to Irminsul. However, we might be able to gather the information we need from the ley lines. Study the branches to learn about the trunk, in other words. Wait, is that what Cyrus is up to? No wonder he ran off to research in the wild. Curse's always one step ahead of me, isn't he?
I heard that while in the sanctuary of Surasthana, the Dendro Archon had to serve as the central information hub herself. This is a clear sign the situation within Irminsul might be far worse than we can imagine. Irminsul is vital not just to the safety of Sumeru, but to all of Teyvat. We must be the ones to bear responsibility for this world. To be on the safe side, I think we need to consider some backup plans.
Are you saying we should consider a scenario in which Irminsul is completely destroyed?
I'm merely pointing out that the possibility exists.
You have a valid point. But until worst comes to worst, I believe we should focus our efforts on resolving the Irminsul anomaly and helping it recover.
Kale, I understand that you were the first to foresee this crisis. If it's all right, I'd like to talk with you about it in more detail.
Of course, but even I don't know how I came to have that dream.
If there are no signs of external damage, could it be a stress fracture? Metals tend to suffer from this issue with long-term use. And Irminsul has existed for centuries, after all.
It's possible, but surely a stress fracture would be more likely to cause a complete shutdown rather than chaos.
Sages, General Mahamatra, sorry to interrupt, but something has come up.
What happened?
Some citizens didn't believe that Sumeru City was really in any danger. They slipped away and hid during the relocation, intending to return home.
How many people are we talking?
About a dozen. Sakura found them while on patrol, but they appeared to be suffering from psychosis. For whatever reason, they were trying to kill each other. By the time we arrived, there were only 2 survivors. One was unconscious from their injuries. The other tried to attack us, but was subdued.
Where did this happen?
Near Yasna Monument.
That's not far from Caravan Rebot.
Master.
I know. The Irminsul anomaly is beginning to have effects in the world. I didn't expect it to spread to Yasna Monument so soon. It almost feels like we're being chased relentlessly, with no time to catch our breath.
Sir Cyrus said the same thing. He sent me back to report in, while he continues investigating.
I'll go join him.
Count me in too. Don't let my age fool you, I can still fend for myself.
Very well. Meanwhile, the rest of us will continue discussing our next steps.
Get back soon.
Take care of yourselves. It's getting dangerous out there. I thought we'd be safer once we got to Caravan Rebot.
If the Irminsul anomaly's sphere of influence continues to expand, our only option will be to move into the desert. To Aru Village? We should check if they can accommodate so many people.
Essential supplies will also become an issue. We were only able to relocate here so quickly because Caravan Rebot is well stocked. If we move to the desert, we'll need to carefully calculate how much food and water to bring.
Don't be nervous, Kale. I just wanted to ask, have you ever had similar dreams to this one before?
Similar how?
Dreams so vivid, they seem real. Filled with strange or dangerous things that you cannot explain.
Let me think. There was one time, I don't remember it very clearly, but I saw fire.
Fire?
Yeah. I wish I could give you more details, but all I remember is fire everywhere. From the sky to the ground, everything was burning. The heat was unbearable, and ashes were blowing in the wind.
I doubt this dream was a mere coincidence. Perhaps it was some kind of prophecy? And yet, you've never studied astrology. I'm at a loss to explain it.
Thank you for everything, Tainari.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But if you don't mind me saying so, Master, you're looking a little nervous yourself.
I only just got appointed as Grand Sage, and now this happens. It's quite overwhelming. Looking back now, I don't think I handled the situation with Azar very well at all. Yes, I protested, but I went about it the wrong way. Instead of helping, I just ended up getting locked away. Now that I'm the Grand Sage, I have to be responsible for everyone's lives, including the dozen or so who fled to Yasna Monument. I can't help but blame myself for their deaths.
It's only natural that you want to do the best job you can, but Master, we both know perfection is impossible.
You're right. We may well be heading into the desert before long. Feeling up to it?
We left in such a hurry that I didn't bring any sun lotion, but I'm sure I can make some from local ingredients here. That was a big part of my graduation thesis, after all. Still remember?
Of course, like it was yesterday. I remember asking you if you'd like to stay and teach, but you turned me down without a moment's consideration. Anyone else would fight tooth and nail for the chance to research by my side, but you couldn't get out the door fast enough. Weren't you afraid I'd hold up your thesis and stop you from graduating?
If you'd pulled a move like that, I would have reported you to the Matra right away.
You wouldn't give me a second chance? What about the bond between mentor and student?
No, Master. I would not sit by and watch you go astray.
Very good. Then I taught you well.
That guy!
What?
Nothing. You just look like you were lost in thought there. Do you have any ideas about what's going on?
From what I know about Irminsul, the system doesn't break down that easily. I don't have the faintest idea who could have done this. Actually, one name did cross my mind. But, he's already dead.
So, can I assume that this period of time away won't count as part of the rental period? Maybe we should deduct it from next month's payment.
Sure.
Great! Wait, why are you suddenly being so reasonable? What's the catch?
I'm always reasonable with rental payments. Like the time I refused to let you use that wine you brought home as collateral.
That was a perfectly fair request, and you know it! Everyone runs low on funds now and then, don't they? And that bottle of wine wasn't cheap. You ought to be thanking me. Anyway, Sumeru City should be empty by now, right? With no one at home, I've been worried about security.
I'm worried about burglars. What would they steal? That new scroll you bought?
Ah! I'd almost forgotten about that. Oh, I only went and hung it up in the most conspicuous spot in the house. If anyone breaks in, it'll be the first thing they see.
Well, no one but you gave it a second look while it was on display in the shop. I doubt anyone would go out of their way to steal it.
You say that? But what if there's a thief out there who shares my aesthetic tastes?
Then you can only hope he shares your taste in expensive wine as well. Always worth having some collateral.
You!
Time to act.
Please, don't go any further. As you get closer to Sumeru City, there's no knowing what dangers you might encounter.
So this is our mentally disturbed man?
I'm going to gut you all!
Cyrus, you didn't even bring a single guard? Do you think you're some sort of warrior?
It's fine. Come here and look at this.
Oh, it's...
That's right. Flowers that bloom from openings in the ley lines, indicating some sort of anomaly.
I don't believe I've ever seen a color like this before.
Did you discover it nearby?
Not just here. Way over there, too. They're everywhere. There's even more in that direction.
How did you ascertain the situation further ahead? Didn't you just say that we can't go beyond this point?
Yes. This area is relatively safe so far. But if you continue forward, delusions will start afflicting your mind. However, Some vision-bearing mercenaries were able to maintain their sanity a little better. They're the ones who brought back news from further afield.
Sino, do you remember the class I taught on dissecting ley line blossoms?
I do, Professor. I received full marks in that course.
Good. After all these years, it's time to put that knowledge into practice. There must be anomalous information hidden within these blossoms. Alkindi, I'll need your help as well. Been a while since we worked on a project together, hasn't it?
Sure has. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to work.
Anything we can do to help?
Will you need my help?
All right, well, don't go too far. There's too many unknowns at this stage.
Let's regroup at Caravan Rebot later. Don't worry if you don't show up. I'll come and find you.
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with elemental power. The damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal. What is it? You thought of something? Really? Then let's get back and tell the others!
Whew. Glad to see you've returned safe and sound.
Any longer and we would have gone out looking for you.
Well, this is a nice surprise. Paimon sure feels better with everyone we know here.
We've made some progress, so let's start by giving you and Paimon a quick update.
By dissecting the ley line's blossoms, we've been able to deduce that although Irminsul is experiencing an anomaly, it has not completely rejected access from the outside. The Dendro Archon has the power to connect to Irminsul, but there's also another way. I assume you recall the devices everyone was wearing when you first arrived in Sumeru?
Devices? Oh, wait. You mean...
The Akasha terminals?
That's right.
Of course! It's been so long, Paimon almost forgot all about the Akasha. Wasn't it shut down, though?
Yes, but although the system isn't currently operational, the technological infrastructure is all still there. And it turns out that a certain someone gets so bored at work that he's actually read through every single one of the instruction manuals.
No prizes for guessing who that was.
If praising others is that embarrassing for you, you can simply spare yourself the ordeal.
As much as it pains me to say anything nice about him, there's no denying his intelligence. He rarely forgets anything he's read. The Akasha is exactly what Sumeru needs at this moment. Between us, we should have all the knowledge and expertise we need to get it up and running again.
But if I recall correctly, doesn't the Akasha need a Gnosis to function?
That's exactly right. The Akasha relies on the Gnosis as a power source, and in its absence, we'll need to find an alternative. To tackle this problem, it looks like we'll be relocating once again.
Namely, to the Temple of Silence. Ring any bells? It's the only major institution in Sumeru dedicated to preserving the knowledge of King Deshret's civilization. You might find the answers you're looking for hiding there.
I agree. There's a good chance.
Master Nephis and the other sages have discussed it. As the chaos from Irminsul continues to spread, Caravan Rebot won't be a safe haven for much longer. We have to move into the desert next. The scholars and sages will head to the Temple of Silence, while the civilian population seeks refuge in Aru village.
The Eremites will keep everyone safe during the journey, and Candace will be there to receive us at the village.
This leaves us just one thing to worry about. That Dendro Archon.
She's very weak. We can't afford to wait until Irminsul is fixed. There has to be another way to help her.
Huh. Well, luckily, the Traveler had a eureka moment while we were out investigating.
Really?
Wow, nice one, Traveler. Let's hear it.
What say our Amorta experts?
Theoretically, it's feasible. From what you're saying, although elemental life and elemental energy have their differences, the Dendro Archon has explicitly stated that she can imitate the power of the former. In which case, as long as Apep is willing, she should be able to convert her own power into a form that the Archon can use.
It wouldn't be difficult for her at all. The only problem is convincing her to help.
Yeah! Even though she wasn't exactly friendly the last time we met, she didn't refuse to talk with us. When she realizes the danger that Nahida is in, surely she won't turn a blind eye to it. Well, hopefully not.
Either way, we're not exactly spoiled for choice here.
Hey, it's better than having no options at all.
I agree. Without Irminsul's aid, the legendary Dendro Dragon Apep may well be the only living thing in Sumeru who can help our Archon recover her power. There's no time to lose. I'll bring this proposal to Master right away. If he and the other sages agree, we'll split into 3 teams. The academics will go to the Temple of Silence to look for a solution to the Akasha problem. The Eremites will escort the civilians safely to Aru village, and the Traveler and Paimon will take the Dendro Archon to see Apep.
There's still a long road ahead, and no knowing if we'll make it. But at least we have a direction now. I'll take it over floundering around in confusion.
If there are no objections, then let's proceed. But before we adjourn, I would like to leave you all with some parting words. No matter the distance between us, there will always be an invisible force tying us together. May the bonds forged in the past shine bright like stars and open a new path before our feet.
Huh. Is that from King of Invocations?
No. This one's from King of Invocations, the sequel.
What's the difference?
The sequel's much cooler.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, it was very apropos. Once this is all over, I'll give everyone a copy of King of Invocations and the sequel to show my gratitude. Come on, let's get moving.
Tainari has brought me up to speed. I approve of your plan of action. But we can't proceed with everything right away. The people need to rest. For many of them, this will be their first time in the desert, so we'll need to find additional personnel to help escort them. You two, please go on ahead with the Dendro Archon. Let's rendezvous at the Temple of Silence later.
No problem. We got this.
Words can't express my gratitude. So let me just say, I hope everything goes smoothly for all of us. Goodbye for now.
Alright, let's get going. If Paimon remembers correctly, the last time we saw Apep was in...
Traveler, Paimon. Could I borrow you guys for a moment? It'll only take a second. Kale, what's the matter? Well, the thing is, Master Tainari once told me, after you raise a problem, you should think about how to resolve it. But ever since I had that dream, I feel like I haven't been of any help at all. I tried my best to keep up with the conversation, but there was so much new information, I couldn't take it all in. So, I just wanted to ask, do you have any tips for me there?
Paimon knows exactly how you feel. But fear not, everything you need to know is right here in Paimon's notes. Sumeru chapter! It's got tons of info about all the things we've seen and heard on our adventures. Some parts are a little simplified, but hopefully it all makes sense. You see? Being the greatest guide in Tibet isn't just a fancy title. It takes a lot of hard work. Paimon doesn't always understand the things you're talking about with other people. Whenever that happens, she notes down the confusing parts and goes over them in her own time.
This is perfect. Could I borrow it?
Sure. Matter of fact, you can keep it if you want. Paimon has another copy. The spare copy was originally meant for the traveler. Paimon used to worry that one day she might not need a guide anymore, so she wanted to have a gift for her, in case we ever parted ways. But it doesn't seem so necessary nowadays. We have so many more places to see together. One copy will be enough for both of us.
Thank you so much. But still, these are your treasured memories. I think I'll make my own copy and then return the original to you. Anyway, that was all. I won't keep you any longer. Have a safe trip. See you again soon.
See ya! Alright, time to bring the Hida to see a Pep. Let's hope that old grouch is in a negotiating mood. Hey, here's a thought. If we brought Nervalette along, do you think he could help us persuade a Pep to help? Actually, never mind. In a Pep-sized, Nervalette's probably one of those dragons who's grown too close to humankind. They might end up fighting for all we know.
I had a feeling your kind might come calling. The ley lines are in disarray. Something has gone wrong with Irminsul yet. Even from a great distance away, I can sense that Sumeru is headed for destruction. You who took our home from us, prepare to watch as your own world is plunged into oblivion. Oh, how the cycle of history comes to a poetic conclusion.
This isn't a joke, Pep! Nahida's in grave danger! Can you please help her?
Is she now? Then do explain. For what reason should I lend Boor my assistance? Be not mistaken. The fate of Sumeru is of no concern to me. I am neither the god of this land nor its guardian. I may have given my tacit agreement as your kind built homes here and multiplied for generation upon generation. But that does not mean that I bear any responsibility for Sumeru. Tiny Boer, puny humans. In my eyes, all of you are but intruders who followed in the wake of the heavenly principles. I am not obliged to be your savior.
Apep, if you truly despise gods and humans so much, well, after the great humiliation of being helped by a god in the past, shouldn't you be jumping at this chance to balance the scales?
Now that is a compelling reason. When El Ahmar plotted against me and I was tortured by forbidden knowledge, it was Boer who saved me from agony. And though I regard with shame the pity of my enemies, to receive aid without repaying it would likewise tarnish a dragon's dignity. Oh, tiny Boer, puny humans. Just this once I shall deign to show you the true power of dragonkind.
Hello! It's happening again! We're gonna get sucked in!
It is done. The heart of Oasis is supplying her with life force as we speak. It shall not be long before she recovers. But I should warn you. Boer's existence is closely intertwined with Irminsul. Unless the issues plaguing it are resolved, she will never completely recover her former strength.
Thank you.
Spare me your words of gratitude. You may also spare me your feigned concern. A dragon's sovereign's power is far greater than you can imagine. While I was indeed weakened when the heart of Oasis ran dry, providing Tiny Boer with a morsel of my life force shall have little consequence for me.
Oh, good to hear.
Ever held in high favor, I see.
Oh, well, you know.
The compliment was sincere. Simply accept it. I did once. That tree was not planted by the heavenly principles. Irminsul existed before they ever arrived in Tevat.
What?
There was a time when it belonged to Tevat, to dragonkind. Its appearance and function then differed greatly from today. The ley lines flowed with an abundance of a familiar, primitive form of elemental energy. You may know it as the power of the Light Realm. The heavenly principles usurped and refashioned Irminsul, made it serve humanity, and used it to anchor the fate of the world. Yet in the end, humanity has failed to protect it. Heavenly principles, God of gods. It makes me sick. The enmity between your kind and as things stand today, holding a grudge against you would serve no purpose. But there will come a day when we reclaim this world for ourselves. The opportunity will arise no matter how long we must wait. I can already sense that far away from here, the Hydro Dragon has wrested his authority from the hands of the usurpers. Though we have yet to meet, I know that we are both preparing for our revenge day and night.
Uh-huh.
I hear a great disturbance out there.
Huh? What is it?
Sandstorms come. The Jinn. I see. Another calamity approaches. You both seem restless. Let us part ways here. Boer is safe with me. Once she has recovered, I shall return her to your side.
Oh, thanks again. Take care, all right?
I told you already I have no need of your feigned concern.
Nahida? You're awake! Are you okay?
Cease your interrogation. Yes, she awoke for a brief moment, but she has now lost consciousness again. Take it. We shall talk more at another time.
Where the heck are we? Did you just dump us in the middle of nowhere? Wait. No. Paimon remembers now. The Temple of Silence is over that way. Come on, let's go find the others.
There's no need for everyone to stay here. I'll protect the sages. The rest of you, return to Aru village.
Yes, Mahamatra Sino.
Sino! What's going on?
You're back. How's the Dendro Archon?
relief.
It's the Jinn. Countless Jinn have stirred up violent sandstorms across the desert, blocking our path to the Temple of Silence. Tainari and Kale have returned to Aru village to help. The Jinn are being highly aggressive, so both the village and the merchant caravans require protection.
It's just one thing after another. Where did all of them come from anyway? In all my trips to the desert, I've never seen anything like this before.
As I see it, the only possible candidate is Gurabad.
Gurabad?
Baladuri could explain in more detail if he were here. All I know is a rumor I've heard about from previous trips to the desert. Supposedly, a great number of dormant Jinn lie sealed beneath that city.
Gurabad is, for me, a fated land. I must... My master, I am sorry that I couldn't stay by your side for long, and that I could not have more time to get familiar with you.
Lalapar. Yeah, we once said goodbye to a friend there. Well, maybe not a friend exactly, but someone we met on the road anyway. She was a strange bottle. If we can find a way to wake her up, maybe she can help solve the situation in Gurabad.
Well, be careful. You may find there's more than just the Jinn to worry about.
You mean, there are other dangers in Gurabad?
It's a sensible assumption to make. The moment we arrived in Caravan Rebad, the Irminsul anomaly started spreading in that direction. Now we've moved to the desert, and suddenly we're plagued by Jinn and sandstorms. To call it a coincidence would be a stretch.
Don't worry, we've gotten a lot stronger since our last stint in Sumeru. Ah! When did they show up?
It appears the monsters native to the desert have been stirred by the Jinn's activity.
You should get going. We'll take care of things here. You too.
Don't do anything too risky. You got it?
The Jinn are swarming out of Gurabad! Looks like Al-Hitha was right! Let's get inside and see what's going on! Let's light it! You're toast!
Let me read you a verse.
Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
They just keep coming! How many of these things are there? We'll never take them all out! Let's just head further inside for now!
I'm going in!
Hey-ya!
But how? Spirit blade. Attack! But how?
Witness the power of Gurwa!
Ostracized him!
Target spotted! All units at the ready.
The Patchouli? They must be using this place as a stronghold! Are they the ones behind all this?
Take too long.
Off we go! Ring cutter!
Forth, my blade!
Right hand into the...
Teamwork is dreamwork!
You're toast! Fighting Jin with one hand and Patchouli with the other? This is pure chaos!
Let me weave you a verse. Time to act. Let's light it up!
Loba, get them!
One with my blade!
It's your go!
Everybody stand back!
Submit for judgment!
No, my sword!
Swift and merciful!
You see that strange machine? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that that's the thing wrecking Gurubad and setting all those dangerous Jin free!
The target has reached the core zone. Requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup.
Backup en route! Stop her at all costs!
Witness the power of Gurwa! Know my sword!
Spirit blade!
Nice one, Traveler! Let's keep going!
Rain outlines your fate! Everybody stand back!
One with my blade! From whence you came!
Eat this! After right hand,
Touch of frost!
I'm going in! I let my guard down. Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Spirit blade! Attack!
you're toast! Nice and spicy!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
Loba, get them!
One with my blade!
It seems my subordinates failed to stop you in your tracks.
Apologies, sir.
There is no need to apologize. You did well to hold your ground against such a powerful adversary for as long as you did. I must commend your courage and perseverance.
So, you're in charge here, huh? First the problems with Irminsul, now this mess in Gurabad? Are you the ones responsible for all this?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers from an enemy.
Oh, this guy is so snooty! However you want to spin it, you're clearly involved in this somehow. So you can either start talking, or we'll have to make you talk. Let's get him! Traveler? What's wrong?
You're remarkably calm. Some would act more rashly upon finding the ringleader all alone. But you keep your cool. Even as your enemy, I must applaud you.
Did you show yourself just to say that?
Is this you trying to take back control of the conversation? Unfortunately, I really don't have anything to say to you. I am here merely to indulge my own curiosity. Your names are well known among the Fatui. Naturally, I wanted to observe you up close while I had the chance.
Hey! Don't treat us like we're some kind of exotic animals in a zoo!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You seem rather predisposed to misunderstand me. I'm quite aware that you are both heroes of great renown. You have resolved crises in many nations and won countless allies along the way. I've been following your adventures with great admiration. My only regret is that the trajectory of your journey conflicts with our goals.
What do you mean, admiration? Sorry, but that sounds pretty weird coming from you.
I don't see why. We may happen to occupy opposing sides, but there is no cause for deep-seated enmity between us. To respect one's enemy is to respect oneself.
Well, now that you're observing us up close, what do you see?
I've observed as keenly as I can. Yet, while I endeavor to understand, your true strength remains a mystery to me. Violence is not my area of expertise either, so, you see, I would much rather converse with you like this than determine a victor with the edge of a blade. Besides, I've heard that even 3 moons in the sky fail to eclipse your brilliance. I know better than to bite off more than I can chew.
3 moons?
So, you have a connection with the Harbinger, the Doctor.
Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nodcry, but there are things that do not end with his departure. We must... Look at me. I almost divulged more than I should have.
What are you after? Revenge for Dottore? Or are you plotting something else?
I've said quite enough, I believe. There's no point in continuing this conversation, except to say, I've noticed that you seem to know your way around here quite well. A repeated visitor to Gurabad, are we? I'll take that as a yes. Then I'm sure you'll have heard the story of this place. The mother of the Jinn, Lilupar, and the tragic tale of her vengeance that spanned 3 generations. It was right here that Lilupar once helped the wise to ascend to the throne. But from that moment on, every king who sat upon it was corrupted by power. These degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it, the right to occupy that exalted seat.
What are you trying to say?
I once admired you for your adventures. That is the earnest truth. But it appears to me that your journey serves ultimately to uphold the rules of this world. Are these rules truly just? Does the heavenly principles rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the 7 who wield authority over the world will not be corrupted?
Do you seriously think you're gonna convince us of anything?
Convince you? I'm sure my commander already tried that. Why would I waste my breath doing the same? If a few words from a stranger were enough to make someone completely change their stance, it would only prove that they never had a firm will to begin with. I am merely stating my position, so that we might understand each other better. One's enemy in the present may not necessarily be an enemy for life. As for what game I'm playing here, I'm simply buying some time. But now I must bid you farewell. It was a wise decision not to attack me immediately. Since you did not fall for my ambush, I will now have to ask those in hiding to reveal themselves.
Leave this to us, sir.
Very well. I trust you to do what is necessary. Stall her while I execute the next step of the plan. Sumeru City, Irminsul.
Hey! Stop right there! Don't you dare leave without explaining yourself!
All units, stop them! Protect the commander!
Did you hear that? He mentioned Sumeru City and Irminsul! He definitely knows something! We can't let him get away! Get ready! Pesky soldiers, quick!
Rear guard to the front! Don't let them through!
Out of the frying pan!
I cannot underestimate my end.
Let's light it up! No, my sword!
Get that thing in position!
This ought to do it. Spirit Blade! Attack!
Rain outlines your fate.
Hold on! Just a little longer!
Nice and spicy!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
No! I've ruined everything!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your...
Submit for judgment!
We finally beat them! That mysterious guy can't have gotten far! Let's catch up with him! Found him! Over here!
You're very persistent.
Hey, you! Stop running and explain yourself! What are you trying to... What's this?
Relax. A small trap like this won't be enough to hold you. The sandstorms from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but this small window of time was all we needed to launch the next phase of our plan. Don't be discouraged. I knew that someone would come here eventually, so I planned ahead. Where to chat with you, which door to exit from, even which mechanism to wait by for you. I thought through every detail. You, meanwhile, know nothing of who I am. So far, you've only heard my voice, and for all you know, it may not even be real. But not to worry. This is only our first meeting. It shan't be our last.
Just answer me one last question. Why do you continue to follow Dottore? He has conducted countless cruel experiments, even on his subordinates.
Follow isn't quite the right word. Let's just say even those you see as villains have their friends, even if they aren't the most sincere of friendships. When any set of rules is established, there will be those who benefit and those who lose out. People will do anything to justify what they have gained or escape from the hardship imposed upon them. Neither he nor I are tolerated by the rules of this world. We were both searching for a new order. Our ideas of the final form that should take may have differed, but our journeys took a shared path. Goodbye, Traveler and Paimon. I wish you a timely escape, albeit not too soon. I will need a little more time to prepare, after all.
Hey! Come back! Wait, this dark wall. We've seen these on our adventures before. It swallows people up! Oh, I'm sorry. She shouldn't have jumped the gun! Oh, okay. He may have fooled us this time, but we'll get it back!
Sino and his team are guarding the north. We'll take this side.
There's so many Jinn. We can't let them get into Aru village.
Don't fret. I am well prepared for this situation.
Huh. So you have a solution?
Perhaps you're unaware that I have a trusty genie partner of my own, Plumpy. If I send her to negotiate with the others, this whole thing will be resolved before you can say Mora. Off you go, Plumpy! Come on, what's the holdup? 5,000 Mora. 20,000 Mora. 100,000 Mora. Final offer.
Ah, so she's a hired partner.
Hired partners are reliable too. Plumpy here is a highly skilled negotiator. You'll see. Just a few words from her and...
Plumpy!
Don't you Jinn have any respect for the rules? This was supposed to be a negotiation! How dare you treat my messenger like this? You wanna play rough? Two can play at that game!
Looks like it's up to us now. Be careful, Kale.
Yes, Master.
What happened? How did I pass out? It's time for revenge.
You know, this reminds me of when you first arrived in Lydia Forest. You were trying to help a child retrieve a lost toy when you stumbled upon Spino Crocodile territory by mistake.
Yeah, I remember. Our first time fighting side by side.
Fighting side by side? I seem to recall swooping in to rescue you with a team of forest rangers.
Please stop.
One with the force. Let's nip that in the bud.
There's too many of them!
I can't believe I used 12 rare items in one battle. Ugh. I shudder to think how this is going to affect this month's accounts. The sight of that glaring deficit might be more than my poor heart can take.
Tighnari, how's the situation on your end?
We held the line, though it was a close call. But it looks like they're preparing for another attack. Has something happened?
They've breached our defenses in the south. The Jinn are pouring in. We're moving the villages to the north as we speak.
We're hemmed in. This is getting precarious. Our margin for error just got a lot smaller.
That's why we wanted to confirm your status. We need to consider our next move carefully.
Bad news! Another line of defense has been breached.
Kale, go with them and assess the situation. Dory and I will hold the line here.
But Master! Even with 3 of us, we barely managed to...
This is not a discussion, Kale. Don't worry about us. She clearly still has plenty of tricks left up her sleeve.
Wait! You can't pin all your hopes on me!
Oh, great. I've almost run out of the things I brought with me, and the rest is back at the caravan. I should be able to hold out for a little longer, but still...
Master!
Need any help?
Huh?
What is it, Kale?
If things continue like this, it won't be long before Aru village is overrun by Jinn. And the sandstorms are sure.
I don't care! Whoever you are! Please just help us!
The only one who can help is you. I am merely here to guide you along the correct path. I am a spirit created at the beginning. I am a flickering illusion. I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it. Just repeat after me, one line at a time.
Watch out! Jinn incoming!
I am a spirit created at the beginning.
Here goes nothing! I am a spirit created at the beginning.
I am a flickering illusion.
I am a flickering illusion.
What's wrong, Plumpy? I've never seen you so agitated before.
That's... But how do you...
Do you know what Kale is reciting?
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator.
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator!
It's a song composed by the goddess of flowers, but very few records of it remain, even in historical texts. All we have is a few fragments. Is Kale an avid historian?
Not to my knowledge.
The Jinn have actually quieted down. Although... No, it's more than that. It looks like they're showing... submission.
Clearly the songs left by the goddess of flowers have a soothing effect on them. At the very least, they're much calmer now.
Really? Let me try. I am a spirit created at the beginning. Don't stay away. I'll stop. I'll stop.
It seems like the song only works when Kale recites it. But why?
Kale.
Yeah! Any luck?
When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought the shifting sands had bust open the gates to some ancient treasure vault. Turns out it was just you guys.
Huh? Wait, that sounds like...
It's been a long while. Did you miss me?
Jet! Ben!
Let's save the catching up for later. First, I gotta get you guys out of there. This should be the right mechanism. Ben, can you handle it? There we go. Come on, let's leave this place.
Fatui sure made themselves scarce. It's like they were never here.
The Fatui? They came to the desert again?
Yep. No idea what they're planning this time. They were being very coy about it.
How have you been, Jet?
Well, since we last met, I've started my own band of mercs. We've actually made quite a name for ourselves. Oh, yeah. On a slightly different note, I have some good news. I finally took care of Masaira. Not much to write home about. It was just another day. Found his hideout. Dragged him out of his cozy little bed. He tried to talk me into seeing his point of view, as usual. But I'm way past that by now. There was nothing he could say to save his life. What about you guys? Bet you've forgotten all about me and Ben, huh?
Of course not! We're super duper best friends!
Wow. Sounds like I should make time to visit some other nations too. Anyway, what brings you to Gurabat?
Oh, right. Paimon almost forgot. We're here to look for Lilupar.
That bottle? Seriously?
Yeah! We need her power to calm the Jinn and stop the sandstorms. Here's hoping we actually manage to find her, after all the trouble we've been through. Surely, with everything's been going on in Gurabat, she must have woken up, right? Only one way to find out. Let's see. She should be... Aha! Found her! Lilupar!
What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again. Imagine that. After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath Gurabad to suppress the dark calamities stirring in the depths. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Jinn, depriving Gurabad of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long, long time, until one day, I sensed a change in a foreign land to the west. Suddenly, the pitch-black abyss fell silent.
Once satisfied that that dark power could no longer bewitch the Jinn, I too fell into a deep slumber, from which I have only now awoken. Why have you returned to Gurabad, my master? And why is my sand-swept homeland in disarray once more?
Well, basically, Sumira is in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys messed around with Irminsul and now they've released the Jinn in here. We managed to chase off the culprits, but we have no idea how to seal this place back up and stop the sandstorms.
Child's play. I shall quell the Jinn and scatter the storms. Thank you, Lilupar. No need to thank me, my master. I have granted many wishes in my time, and this was the most trivial of them all.
The sandstorm's gone. The sun shines bright again. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was exactly how I imagined it.
Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucked. Well, there shouldn't be any more Jinn breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back?
Sounds good. You can introduce us to your other friends.
Another adventure begins. Lovely.
We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup!
So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the Nagarjanites mention it in passing, but I never imagined it would be this big. It's colossal.
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert?
I don't know. This plan sounds a little too risky for my liking.
Even in King Deshret's day, this was experimental technology. We have no idea what could happen if we activate it.
Well, unless you know of another viable alternative for the Akasha terminal, I'm afraid this is our only option.
The plan is sound, and the risks are manageable. However, if we are to proceed, we must act quickly. The scale of this project is enormous. Even with Kaveh, Faruzan, and every other scholar of mechanics working on it full-time, the proposed modifications won't happen overnight.
You're back. Everything all right? And who are they?
Friends of yours?
Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy's Kaveh, and the one next to him is Alhaitham.
Hello, I'm Jet, and this is Lilupar.
Oh, a famous name from the history books.
Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say.
Who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that?
Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends? Gotta keep an eye on them. Still, I do trust the Traveler's judgment. I'm sure you're good people.
The sandstorms have calmed down. I take it the Gurabad problem is resolved? What did you find?
Luckily, Jet used the mechanism outside to free us, and then we got Lilupar to put a stop to the chaos.
Wow. Thanks for being there to help them.
So, this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a Harbinger subordinate.
Yeah? Is there something weird about that?
I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers from an enemy. Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nordcry.
Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big conspiracy behind all this?
I wouldn't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful should trouble come knocking later. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problem. Perhaps that man knew you wouldn't have the resources to investigate his background and so didn't put much effort into disguising himself.
This is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I take a walk with Lilupar.
Jet?
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence. Didn't expect to run into you here.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this with you?
So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence?
You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources we hope to find in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aru. Little is known about this device in academic circles, which suggests it was hidden quite effectively. If these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Aru may be sufficient to power our Akasha renovation plan. However, this raises difficult questions regarding technological integration. The sages are still debating it.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology. But times of crisis like this leave us with little choice.
Wait, Paimon has a question. Is this the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King are locked up.
Well remembered. Yes, that's exactly right. According to our records, Aru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans working together. It was a miraculous accomplishment, and it lies hidden deep within the king's mausoleum to this day. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, those are deep secrets we are not privy to. Until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe it now is because we heard it from the Ibis King Thoth himself at his temple. The tale of how the 3 retainers of Al-Akhmar were imprisoned in Aru.
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were trapped in Aru and that they had to answer 3 questions to get out.
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? And what determines truth and falsehood? Those were the 3 questions, right?
Yeah. If only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Ibis King before, so she might know more. Oh, Nefer is a friend we met in Nordcry.
Nordcry? Funny. She showed up here earlier.
Huh?
Yeah. Had another lady with her, too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to offer some assistance.
Really? They came here to help out?
Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made Nod Cry her home. If she's the person you were talking about, then...
Looks like betting on Aru was the right choice.
See? They're right over there.
Nicole! Never!
Why, hello! We're here to help. It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out.
Locked out? What do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier has appeared around Sumeru's borders, cutting off all travel in and out. No one can leave and no one can enter. Sumeru has become a lonely island.
Are the Fatui behind this too?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself. Irminsul is the source of Tevat's ley lines, after all, and Sumeru is the nation closest to it. I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage, preventing the disaster from spreading to the rest of Tevat. It may have been implemented long ago.
But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to escape to other nations if the anomaly keeps spreading?
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world, and Sumeru is the eye of the storm.
Paimon's surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills to the limit.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feelings for that place?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't.
Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew everything.
All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent moon envoy once upon a time, so I do know a thing or two about him. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But everyone has secrets they'd rather keep to themselves, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call Nod Cry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire to play hero in Sumeru, thank you.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason to be found behind both salvation and destruction. Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that human emotions are often complex and in conflict. That's why people change their minds about things all the time. But that's where we angels come in. Our duty ultimately is to guide people towards their deepest, truest desires and help bring them to fruition. So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions in the end, that's okay.
I refuse.
Wait, what? But I set the atmosphere and everything. Isn't this supposed to be the moment when we finally open up to one another?
Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. Had it consumed me, I'd be left stuck in the past forever, never living in the present. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sands, the bloodshed, both deserved and undeserved. Those old emotions cling to me like a shadow.
Do you wish to shake them off?
No. I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions and memories shaped me into the person I am today. They'll always be a part of me.
In that case, would you like to hear my perspective, at least?
Sure. It's not every day you get to hear an angel's opinion.
A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked freely upon the earth, I found life tedious. Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships. Things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the angels' demise, I have found myself missing those days on more than one occasion. Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, the memories quickly fade, and the emotions slip away along with them. If Sumeru were destroyed, both rainforest and desert would be no more. With the object of your hatred wiped from existence, it would not take long for the memories buried deep in your heart to slowly fade. Both love and hate are intense emotions, but they are nothing compared to the void left behind when they disappear.
Most sophisticated, Miss Nicole. But anyone focused on the future could only ever applaud the destruction of the things they hate. Still, I'm a special case. Someone once told me that human memory is more selective than a Mora-hungry merchant choosing between customers. We all need a reality check once in a while, so we don't forget the truth. As much as I dislike Sumeru, this is no way for it to perish. All right, you win. I'll help you out a little, but I won't work for free.
How much will you need? You're not gonna milk this for all it's worth, are you?
What do you think?
I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could borrow some from Alice. Or perhaps I could pay in sculptures. The ones I carve are actually worth quite a lot.
Just cover my travel expenses.
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll be in charge of the curatorium.
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me!
And that was how the ingenious Angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray!
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet.
She is still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news, though.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legendary Aru, then use it to try and restore the Akasha system.
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Chute, which can be used to establish connection with Aru.
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new faces?
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Nogcry. Did I hear you mention Aru?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind, I think I should come with you.
That sounds perfect.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. It was just a random thought. I'm Dia, an eremite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert.
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Huh. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? It looked like you spoke without moving your mouth.
Ventriloquism. I have heard tell of it before.
What is it, Kale?
It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking in my head, aren't you? You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Archon, and got me to recite that magic prayer.
I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient times.
An angel? Oh, sounds like a big deal, but, what exactly is an angel?
Oh, Well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods, technically, but we can still tell you a lot of stories from ancient history.
Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor.
You could say she's a real creative type.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty impressive.
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward when people get too formal with me. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be nervous.
Miss Nicole, if it's okay, could I ask you a few questions?
Yes, you may. I can see your heart is filled with confusion, and you are desperate for answers. I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why did those verses soothe the Jinn only when recited by you? I can guide you to the truth, but it involves a personal secret of yours. I'd prefer to speak with you alone, if possible. We were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body?
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with?
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata. the goddess of flowers.
What?
What are you doing here, Lilupar?
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the goddess of flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her.
Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the Eternal Oasis. But some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it.
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body is... it's a strange feeling.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis's Ba fragments that I could bear.
Let me guess. Because 2's company, but 3's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the Goddess of Flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning. The Mother of Dreams? Lord of Flowers and Oases? She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you.
We won't let her efforts go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me?
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with God remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. All right. Any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting, to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazarzaray, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time.
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
Miss Nicole, I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though Kasharawar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kasharawar scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby. So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it?
Kaveh? Kaveh, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Faruzan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
This squirrel statue. Isn't it cute?
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right?
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Kaveh!
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
It'll be a masterpiece. Miss... I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Just call me Nicole. Madame Faruzan? Was it?
What? No. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise.
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you Madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh, never mind that.
Let's not tell Madame Farrozon about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
What's wrong? You look a little depressed.
Kale got a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers, and all I got was one of the 7 pillars who served under King Deshret. I lost out, didn't I?
That's what you're upset about? You're such a child.
Oh, so many books. More than I could ever read in my life. But I've learned a lot that the textbooks could never teach me. I never realized that people in the distant past thought about some of the same questions we ponder today.
Good to finally meet you in the flesh. It's a little surreal seeing you here after exchanging letters for so long. In my head, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets didn't look so young.
Sounds like you have some history then?
Any budding mercenary group needs a steady supply of intel. They, in turn, can prove an exceptional source of the same. The Curatorium of Secrets is happy to cooperate with friends from all over the world. If you're interested, you'd be very welcome to join our network too, Miss Dia.
Can't say no to a solid partnership, especially out here in the desert. Having intel can mean the difference between life and death. But cooperation's built on mutual trust, and there isn't much contact between the desert and Nodcry. So I'm guessing you reached out to Jet first, Miss Nefer? What's behind your interest in the desert? Nostalgia? Or is there someone you're looking to take care of? Let's put all our cards on the table first. Things will go more smoothly that way.
I like your style, Flame Mane. Actually, I had this same discussion with Jet before we started working together. To be clear, I have no intention of using you for any ulterior motives. And I have no enemies in the desert as things stand now. Were that to change, I wouldn't drag outsiders into a conflict that doesn't concern them. There's no point in doing certain things if you don't do them yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
Well said. Taking responsibility for one's own affairs is the way of the desert folk. Huh. It's like you're one of us.
You sure that's a compliment?
Absolutely.
I'll take it. Perhaps we can discuss our cooperation in more detail now?
Sure. I love working with no-nonsense people. And you certainly fit that description. I look forward to a fruitful partnership.
As do I, my friends.
Paimon, thanks again for your notes. I'm done copying them, so here you go. You're welcome. Just let Paimon know if you ever need help again. Race you!
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction? Ah, closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely you're not just here to chat.
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Oh, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you... Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The three questions are the crucial thing here. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation.
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. It's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Time. Well. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, Our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin. This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long, long time. You have my sincere gratitude.
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease, seeing you 2 getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino, and this is the former Spantamat sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you 2.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your freedom.
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now, state your wishes, young ones.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
General Mahamatra, what do you think?
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with Irminsul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma, and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon?
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah, good heavens.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons. I suppose she and Kusanali must have some history.
You can help us make history, too.
A smooth talker. Well said, lad.
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irminsul itself. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in on this.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you, and they need Aru.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Shezepank, Saint Bennu, once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Saint Shezepank, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase, in life, death, and now even beyond.
Al-Akhmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose the motion.
Aru is the pride of Al-Akhmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope you have a convincing reason to present to us.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Akhmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision.
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as we speak.
Huh? Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
I ask the 3 kings. Can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim?
Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth.
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience.
Perish, you diabolical fiend!
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that?
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezpek, approve the Goat King's proposal.
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us understand the significance of what they intend to do. Remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by Irminsul. To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way. But no matter. Saint Binu approves.
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aru be reopened.
What's this? Are we under attack? No. Wait, it's...
Here you are, through the sands of time. I see you.
Father. Father, is it really you?
It's Chet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the Golden Slumber, didn't he?
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown, strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear.
You have to leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this. What should I do for you?
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Samael, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chance to see you again. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself.
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat? Maybe it'll help you feel better.
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the Golden Slumber for our sake. And now, After all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed today.
We three equity are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, Aru is open. Now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle.
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most displeased.
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all eternity.
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This shall afford you some convenience. Unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum.
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So, marvel away. This is the reward you have earned.
All right. Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon.
You must be Sethos, the successor to the Temple of Silence. Hello.
Yep, that's me. Nefer, right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judging by your outfit, I'm guessing you come from the desert too?
That's right. Started off in the desert, went to the rainforest, then went from there to Nodcry, where I work as an intel broker.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You don't seem to talk about yourself all that much. Yet here you are, volunteering your life story to me. However abridged.
Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends.
I like making friends too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino and a little more streetwise than Tainari.
Which is why you came over this way, giving me the chance to strike up a conversation with you.
Was I that obvious?
I think you did fine. You were mindful of my attitude and hoped to lure me in through sentiment.
Lure you in isn't exactly how I'd put it. I see it more as an invitation.
An invitation to what?
To put down your luggage. Lay down your burdens. To return to your homeland. And be truly welcome
in the place you once felt so estranged from.
You're a more interesting heir to Bamun than I was expecting.
Since you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you. And I think you'd be a great asset to us. Not to mention the power you and I both hold. Originally belonged to the same organization.
Aha. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher is scolding mine.
Huh. Classic.
Did you see her? She's a former Vahumana student who dropped out of the academia and went to Nodcry to work as an intel broker. There's more to her than meets the eye.
How can you tell? Do the Matra have information on her?
Some, but nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to be an expert liar. She can fool many with her words.
A sixth sense for liars after investigating so many of them, I take it?
Yep. What about you? What do you make of her?
A little earlier, in the corner, I noticed she gave some supplies to Jet and had her deliver them to the main group.
She's meticulous and highly observant.
Besides, what was it you said? Making it to the top is no easy feat in any profession. Anyone who's at the top of their game has to have some sort of edge over others.
It's true, but she's not the only one at the top of her game. I also am, and so are you.
Sure, but what's to guarantee she won't overhear us talking about her?
Don't worry, I have my methods. Sethos is distracting her.
Ah, I see.
As I thought, the so-called 7 pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming as ever.
What do you mean? Not a fan of the boys' club?
As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are entirely undeserving of my attention. Al-Ahmar once commanded me to select a king from among the people, so naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy.
Ugh. Can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated, and I haven't read that many storybooks.
You think this is a mere story? Well, many would also say that the journey you shared with your father is not but a tale. My life, your life, they are nothing but stories. Little girl, it appears that you really have grown. In the past, you would have flown into a blind rage at my words, but now you are unperturbed.
Oh, it's nothing. I just feel like you're right. Getting all pissed at someone for telling the truth is pointless. It only makes me look petty.
This alone is proof enough of your growth. You're doing well, my dear girl. You're becoming ever stronger. Strong enough to defend the people and things you hold dear.
You think so? I hope you're right.
Ah, fresh air. A wondrous feeling.
Naturally. I have a sudden urge to stretch my legs. Can anyone recommend a suitable leisure activity?
I might have had some recommendations for you were this the past, but here and now, for someone who has just left prison, there could be no greater joy than simply being outside of it at last.
I could not agree more.